What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Phillip Siddiq Show. We have a special interview on the show. Swiss Army Man, the directors, the Daniels. Yeah, we had a chance to sit down with them. You may not be familiar with their work, but if you're not, there's a link in the description showing Turn Down for What with DJ Snake and Lil Jon. That was their first huge project, and I'm telling you, that will get you ready for Swiss Army Man because that was part of the inspiration for that film. So check it out, click on the link, leave me a comment, a like, subscribe to the videos, and we'll see you again later. Hello everyone, welcome to the Phillip Siddiq Show. We have with us the directors and writers, the Daniels for Swiss Army Man, and you guys are probably familiar with them. They made the video Turn Down for What? I had no idea it was you guys.
Yeah.
I was like, holy crap. So give us 30 seconds how that went, and then we're going to go to Swiss Army Man.
Yeah.
Awesome. Actually, Turned Down for What was a product of Swiss Army Man. We were in the middle of writing this script, and we were kind of sick of being so academic and so much in our head. And when the record label sent over that song, we're like, this is so the opposite of what we've been doing. Let's just like pitch them the dumbest ideas, anything that comes to mind. Let's just pitch them all the ideas that got rejected by other bands and see what happens. And somehow they said yes, and somehow we made it, and then
And somehow people liked it.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can tell, but he's the star of Turned Down for What, which for people who don't know is a video in which an Asian guy humps things and they explode, and then other people hump things and they also explode.
Yeah, it's like it's a celebration.
It's very highbrow.
Yeah, we haven't realized this until afterwards, but it became like a celebration of like what happens when you turn your brain off, which is something I think everyone needs to do every now and then. So.
Unplug, so to speak.
Yeah,
Speaking
exactly.
of unplug, Swiss Army Man. Now, when I saw it, I kept thinking of a Swiss Army knife.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The multiple things that the two characters do with Daniel Radcliffe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Talk about those two characters and how they got together for the chemistry, because it's such an important part of the film. I mean, you touching a corpse. I mean, I don't know, but
Yeah. Yeah, so the movie stars like a lonely man who's stranded out in the wilderness, and then a dead body that has useful skills that this man can use to survive and get back home. So like the dead body sort of is the Swiss Army knife, but he very quickly becomes more than a dead body, and in a lot of ways Daniel Radcliffe, the dead body, is kind of like the candy center of the movie. He's like a very sweet, childlike, blank slate of a character, and as they journey home, he has to kind of learn what home means. So it becomes kind of like a very sentimental exploration of home while also having lots of farts and boners and stuff.
Yeah, the relationship.
It goes both ways.
Yeah, the relationship kind of grows as the body helps the man survive. In the physical world, I guess the body helps the man survive. The man helps the body survive more emotionally, and they kind of learn something from each other. So exactly what you want to get out of every buddy comedy. So.
right. Now, another thing I noticed that when they were putting together their little home, let's say in the cave,
Yeah.
and all the things, quote, we throw away,
Yeah.
they had a miraculous way of putting that together. Is that making a statement, or they just, you know?
Yeah, it's absolutely like one of the biggest themes of the movie is like kind of exploring what garbage is, what are the things we throw away. In a lot of ways, the movie itself is an idea that we almost threw away, and that like a different writer or director definitely would throw away.
Probably
and
should have thrown away.
it's
Yeah.
like in a lot of ways, the whole movie is like a piece of garbage that we repurposed and tried to make beautiful, you know. And we were like, can we take, you know, a farting corpse and make like a celebration of life? Because if we can make you fall in love with a farting corpse, we can. That's kind of like the ultimate celebration of love, you know. Like, oh, you can love anything. You can find love anywhere,
Yeah.
you know.
It's a very unique kind of empathy, I think, that we accidentally forced ourselves into. Like we had to every single day remind ourselves why this terrible idea was worth making, and why it was a way of thinking that we would love to have other people have to go through. And I think that's what this movie does. This movie forces viewers to rethink their prejudices and rethink what their judgments are on, hopefully on everything in life. Hopefully it kind of it opens up their eyes in a unique way, and I think that's kind of it's kind of an exciting thing to try to do in a movie.
Right. It did me. I had to rethink some things, but the farting in front of people,
Yeah.
I'm comfortable with that.
That's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. That would, yeah. That's just like that's just such a simple metaphor for bigger things.
Yes.
Because farts are sort of like the simplest thing that the most like lowbrow, easy joke possible. And I think because of that, we decided we could take that and rebuild it into something kind of complex and interesting. So yeah, I'm pretty sure I was talking to this guy after the premiere who said he's working on a documentary on farts, and he mentioned that the first joke in man's history is a fart joke. It's like a Sumerian fart joke.
Exactly.
Yeah, and so that's
Like
how
the first written one?
yeah,
Or
the
something?
first written joke in man's history. Yeah, so it's kind of interesting to think that like that is the first thing we found funny. It's kind of a setup and a punchline all at once, and honestly, we don't even like fart jokes that much. I think that's kind of why we were drawn to making this, to see if we could prove to ourselves that we could take something so seemingly worthless and give it meaning and give it worth.
It's more of a fart drama,
Yeah.
you know, than a fart comedy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Before we go, the cinematography. Where did you film this? Because I mean, there were parts in there where I felt there's one scene is just you see Paul Dano in the woods and he's like this big, and
Yeah.
it's like holy crap, what would I do? You're small.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where do you live near here?
Yes.
We shot in Half Moon Bay. So we shot like for 2 weeks of the movie. It was pretty close in like a tract of redwoods down there. So you could go. Just
I
go
knew
down.
I recognized one of those redwoods.
Yeah. We shot. We also shot at Muir Beach near here, and then shot some of it in Humboldt County up north. So like we're just looking for. Yeah, we wanted to make this movie as beautiful as possible, you know, to really like search for that balance between like highbrow and lowbrow. We didn't want like it to look like a comedy. We shot
Yes.
it like a you know,
That's
nature
Sundance drama.
photography.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah, I think beauty has a really fun way of sneaking past our logic barriers and kind of almost like a Trojan horse. So we wanted to wrap this insane idea in the most beautiful and elegant way we could, so that for some people who would normally say no to a movie like this, it almost becomes undeniable. It's like, what is this? What is this strange juxtaposition? I've got to unravel it and understand like how and why it exists. And I think that's kind of a really fun thing to do with a strange idea like this.
If people like Planet Earth, they can just go watch the movie and like put headphones in and just look at the beautiful forests.
Oh yeah, it's incredible. I wish we had more time to talk. I mean, what's his name? The guy's teaching Manny pickup lines. That just cracked me the heck up. He's teaching him how to pick up, you know,
Yeah.
how to go on the bus and everything, and then how that really turns out. It's like,
Yeah.
wow. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was kind of a fun special scene we shot in our first week. It was like kind of encapsulates the whole film in a single moment. It's like how do you look at these really lame, mundane moments in life? You know, a man sitting on the bus alone trying to figure out how to talk to a girl. It's such a simple memory, but in order to convince the body that life is worth living, even those memories have to be filled with beauty. So yeah, it's pretty. I'm glad you thought it was funny because it was pretty fun to shoot.
It was fantastic.
Yeah.
Guys, thanks for the time.
Thanks,
you,
Phil.
Nice to meet
Yeah.
you.
The Daniel Swiss Army Man, you guys are gonna enjoy the heck out of it.
Go watch it.
You will. Go see
Hi.
it. Yeah, go.